Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, EbonyThePA. So, some of you may know, but I've been applying to PA schools and I submitted my application on June 2nd and I've already received my first interview invite of the cycle and I'm super excited. So, to continue taking you guys along this journey with me, I wanted to make a video on how to choose what PA schools to apply to. Because I know when I was first starting out and choosing the schools that I wanted to apply to, it was really tough and I had to figure out the deciding factors that, made me want to actually apply to the school. Okay, so the very first factor I used to decide what school I wanted to apply to was location. I wanted to go to school in a big city because within a city there's more opportunities for networking and there's a high chance that the city that I go to school in is the city I'm going to move to, because that's just how I feel like it would work out for me. It doesn't have to work out that way, but I just feel like that's what's going to happen. I'm a Florida girl. I'm from Orlando. And I first started out by choosing, the schools that fit me in the Florida state. And then I'm young, I'm 23, and I have no problem with branching out and exploring at all. So I went about and started researching schools in other cities that I could see myself living in all across the United States. And that gave me a good list of like 20 schools that I started out with. And then I started to slowly take some schools off of the list from there to decide how many schools I wanted to apply to. Alright, the second deciding factor for me was the mission statement of the school itself. So when you go onto the website, the mission statement should be the first thing that you see on the PA school's website. And to me, the two main qualities that I needed to see in that mission statement were a commitment to diversity and community service. Those two things were, top two. I needed to see it, point blank, period, nothing else. See it, point blank, period, nothing else. And if I didn't see those, it was just reasons for me not to apply. I don't want to go to a school that's not committed to diversity and bringing, all types of students of different backgrounds into the program. So, and diversity, seeing that on their mission statement just lets me know that they're open to having like a diversity and inclusion chair that I could possibly run for in the future, or if they don't have that position, maybe creating it in the future. So just seeing a lot of opportunities with schools that are committed to diversity, that was a big thing for me. And then also community service. I feel like you can't be a good provider if you're not selfless and passionate about giving back to individuals in disadvantaged communities. So if I saw that the schools went out and did that type of things with their students, that was something that attracted me to the program a lot. Let's see. All right, the third deciding factor for me was the PANCE pass rate. So PA students, they go to their program. It's between 2 and 3 years long. After they graduate, they take their boards, and the boards are called the PANCE. And so I would look at the PANCE pass rate, and to me, anything that I saw that was between like 90% and 100%, so 90 and up, where was good enough for me to apply to the school. I don't want to go to a school that wasn't preparing their students well enough to not score well on the PANCE the first time, especially the first time. Like I don't want to have to retake my boards. And I mean, I never know what's going to happen in the future, but if I saw a program that had 90% and up first time PANCE pass rate, check mark. That's it. That was good enough for me to apply to the program. Okay, so a very important deciding factor to applying to PA schools was prerequisites. Prerequisites are classes that you need in order to be able to be eligible to apply for the program in the first place. And for me, it was kind of different because I was a pre-med student, so pre-medical student, all the way up until the first semester of my senior year. Excuse me, I need some water. Okay. So all the way up until my senior year, I was a pre-med student. And my very last semester, I was stuck choosing between microbiology and immunology and biochemistry. And both of the classes were, they were at the same exact time on the same days, and I was not able to take the classes both that semester. So I had to look at PA schools and figure out what schools wanted more. The schools that I wanted to go to were many of them saying they needed biochemistry as a prerequisite, or were many of them saying that they needed microbiology and immunology. So after I did that research, I figured out that a lot of the schools required microbiology and immunology more so over biochemistry. And so I already taken organic chemistry and everything like that, which most of the schools needed. And so I decided to take microbiome instead of biochem because, you know, that's just what was best for me and the schools that I wanted to apply to. So make sure that you have all the prerequisites that you need when you're applying to these schools, because CASPA, you know, which is the application service, they won't do it for you. They will not do it for you. You have to be the one that's responsible and looking at these websites and seeing exactly what they need for you to be eligible to apply. Otherwise, they will toss the application, gone with the wind. They will not even look at it, baby, okay? Okay, so the fifth deciding factor for me was the class statistics. Some programs have this on their page and some don't, but I always make sure I looked for it whenever I was looking at schools I wanted to apply to. So like class statistics are things like the incoming classes GPA, their GRE, maybe their patient care hours and volunteer hours. So I tried to see if I matched up with some of the schools, and that's how I made my school list. So like I would make a school list that included reach schools, safety schools, target schools, you know. But even if I had a reach school, safety school, I applied to all those schools anyways. I just had to make sure that I had the minimum of what they wanted. So if the school's minimum GPA was a 3.0, I said, check, okay, I have that. But some schools, like one of the schools I was looking at applying to, they had a certain higher GRE requirement. And for me, I wanted to get above a 300 on the GRE, and that was it. So they wanted like something even higher. They wanted, I believe, like a 310 or higher, and I didn't have that. So I said, okay, I won't be applying to this program. So class statistics are important. You have to make sure that you have at least the minimum in order to apply, but don't only just shoot for the minimum. Try to shoot for higher than that to make yourself an even more competitive applicant. Okay. So those were my 5 deciding factors for how I chose what PA schools to apply to. Since I have my first interview of the cycle, I can't really, you know, decide what schools are my fit yet. I feel like I'm like somebody that realizes things in person. So hopefully my interview will be in person, but most likely they'll be online. So it'll be hard for me to decide, you know, if the school is the right fit, because I like to take in the atmosphere and the energy around me by, you know, staff, administration, students, and all of that. So with COVID-19 going on, I feel like a lot of my interviews might be online. And that's okay, you know, I save money that way. I'm staying safe that way with not mixing with all the other students. But I mean, to me, that's another important factor to decide if I want to go to that PA school, is the fit. How I feel like it fits me, my personality, my needs, my wants, all of that. So yeah, good luck when it comes to your time for applying to PA school. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for me. Share this video if you need to. I hope it's helpful. Thank you guys so much. Bye.